You love the Twitter. I love following you on Twitter. It is a fantastic vehicle for 140 words of wisdom. But I've been following your conversations with @BoringTweets. How did you guys find each other? Because that's hysterical.
I don't know. I just saw it one day, and I started engaging with him in sort of character, like I found what he said interesting or worrying. Now someone has serialized them with sort of little cartoons, Gervais fan art.
Okay, can I let you into a secret about that, Ricky? It's me. I've not really been subtle about it, but
you're Gervais fan art.
Yeah, that's me.
Did I know that? Did I know that?
No,
I don't think you did. I didn't tell you. I was been planning to tell you.
So we've been talking all this week back and forth, and I didn't know that. That's amazing. I love it. I honestly, I love what you do. I knew that you run the Lauren Hardy fan site, don't you, on Twitter? And they're my biggest influence, easily. Can't believe you run two of my favourite. Crazy. That's crazy.
You know, it's a joy, and we were talking about boring tweets. For the listeners out there that don't already follow Ricky on Twitter, it's at Ricky Gervais, and just look out for these conversations with boring tweets because they are absolutely hilarious. I've read the
and they can go straight to Gervais fan art and get the serialization, because it's even funnier when it's all laid out in one go. Honestly, he cracks me up. I don't know who he is. I've no idea who he is. I don't want to ask. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
You know, I just every tweet is so lovely. He said that I was looking before I called you, and there was one. He said I was carrying something earlier and nearly dropped it. And that was it. But it's also a great satire, because there are tweets like that. There are real tweets like that.
Yeah.
Things like I was making some toast, realised I hadn't turned the toaster on. That's it. That's just thought that they'd tell their hundreds of followers that.
It cracks me up when he says things like blimey, and then he goes on to say, pardon my French.
Pardon my French, yeah, I love that. He's the safest man in the world, yeah. It's great. He did one yesterday. He said something like about, you know, you only live once. He said once I actually had 8 items on the 6 items plate from this hotel, right? And I sent back, I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm not going to report you, but you put me in a moral dilemma, right? And he sent back, he said, okay, I was lying to impress my mate Pete. That never happened. It's just the way. No, it's great. You find some fantastic things on Twitter. You know, I follow biologists and philosophers and thinkers and funny little fan sites of people I don't know anything about them, but their 140 words make me laugh, like yourself, you know, and the stuff that you create and get other people to get creative on Twitter is amazing. The competition you did for Brent albums.
Yes. Oh, there was some great entries, wasn't there?
Incredible. Just incredible that they could get jobs in record companies, and so funny and like tiny little in jokes. Yeah, in the narrative that just people out there just at work or I don't know, unemployed or whatever, just creating this lovely thing, bringing something into the world that wasn't there before, and that made the world a little bit brighter for a few minutes. And you've got to celebrate that. And you know, I've said before, yes, Twitter is another huge, big, white toilet wall. But what are you going to do on it? You're going to do a piece of art or scribble over someone else's. You know, it's there for the taking. What an amazing innovation. And like anything, it's what you do with it. It's what you do with it.
See, I see what you two guys do as art and as really awesome. And I look at what I talk about on Twitter, and it's basically taking that great big giant wall, white wall, and just drawing cocks all over it. So,
yeah, but it's funny you say that, because yesterday I tweeted a cock on a wall, right? It was a lovely white wall in Hampstead, and it was just a knob, and it was very minimalist. And then people were sending me cocks, but of course we're laughing at it. Ironically, we're laughing at someone who's bothered to draw that cock somewhere on street signs that, you know, that were just asking for it. That was like this lovely round thing that was, you know, but it was irresistible. Again, so something came of that. Something came of that. You know,
I think it would be fantastic to see what Banksy could do with a knob.
I bet there's nothing Banksy couldn't do with a knob.